Right, so asking you will and you shall receive. Get me words out. Someone asked about Christmases in jail, so I'll give you two examples. Ah, mate, like right, I'll give you two examples of two different times in jail. But listen, jail, like in life, mate, like in life every day, it's what you make it. Yeah, whatever you're thinking, that's reality, innit? Whatever you're thinking is real in your head. It's real, isn't it? That's you manifest your own reality, yeah. So if you're walking around down in the dumps, that's your reality. If you're just walking around saying, right, let's just get on with it, let's do this, let's do that, let's crack on, let's have a laugh, that's your reality. You're on the same wing, two geezers on the same wing having two totally different experiences. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm not knocking anyone for having listen. People away from their families, people away from their kids. It's a hard time for anyone, isn't it? It's just how you deal with it. And without looking at any stats or anything, I'm just my opinion. I'm pretty sure that suicides probably go up in jail around over Christmas, self-harming, fighting over nothing, over the pool table or something. Could kick off because people are stressed out, not seeing their families or their birds. I totally get that. It's just when I'm there. This is me personally. When I'm there, I just crack on and just deal with it. I don't really think about road too much. Maybe other people got more to think about and more to get upset about than me, you know what I mean? I might not have that much out there, or back then I might not have. But yeah, I've always just got on with it. Just focus on listen, the time ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna come out with all those cliches. You can lock you can lock the lock, but you can't stop the clock and all that. I've just come out with one. But it's true. Just get on with it. Yeah? That's me, right? I'll give you two different examples of two different times, yeah, two different experiences in jail. One time there was it was it was me and it was this lifer. He'd been in since '87. Yeah, he was sweet. He was sweet as a nut, and he wasn't even that old. Yeah, he went away when he was like 18 or something. But in the build up to Christmas, like say like the last month of Christmas or maybe the last 2 months, you your canteen sheet. A canteen sheet, you get that every week. You fill it in. Then the next week, you'll get the stuff you filled in, like your tobacco, your toiletries, if you've got money for food, your phone credit, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm saying tobacco. You don't even do. They don't. Tobacco's banned, like vapes and all that. Yeah. So the build up towards Christmas, sometimes little add-ons get put on that. I don't want anyone phoning up the newspapers and saying how easy prisoners got it over Christmas now. Now I'm about to say, but yeah, so they'll add on like I don't know a box. There'll be like a box of mince pies that you can buy. A Christmas log, the chocolate logs, Yule logs. There might be a bit of condensed milk or something, yeah, that I've added on it. It'll just be on there for over December. So, me and that Nick, that was the lifer's first name. We decided what we'd fill out the canteen sheets together basically. Go to each other's cell, have a coffee, and say right, what are we going to buy? Yeah, because we was setting up for Christmas Day to have a load of food out. Yeah, it's what he used to do when he was in the dispersals and stuff. Yeah, so he was in a DCAT and he'd had a bit of a drama and walked out the DCAT. Yeah, so he ended up back where I was. Yeah, so like 1 week I'd buy the chocolate log and he'd buy the mince pies. Another week he'd buy like a pot of cream and I'd buy a Yule log or whatever. The only two things I can remember is Yule logs and mince pies. Yeah, there was other stuff on there, and we just put it in the box under the bed, yeah, in both ourselves. And look, the week building up to Christmas as well, yeah. You're in jail anyway, yeah. I'm not saying this is great when you're on road, but you're in jail. I'm talking about prison, yeah. like it's the same old crap on telly all the time, innit? Who watches telly every day in jail? I don't, definitely don't, because it's just the same stuff again and again and again. Yeah, and it's brain dead stuff as well. Yeah, it makes your brain rot if you just sit there watching telly. But at least over Christmas time they put different stuff on. Yeah, I'm talking like, you know, this isn't the stuff you get like excited about on road. I'm not talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about in prison. So at least that week there'll be like films on all day from like on channel like from BBC One to Channel 5. That's what you got. Yeah, and plus you got Film 4 probably and ITV2 or something. So there'll be films on all day long over Christmas. So you can sit there and you can get into films. You know what I mean? It's better than watching Loose Women. You know what I mean? So at least you got that. What else was there? Really, this is like sort of like really stopped in a lot of jails. Yeah. Well, they're just tight nowadays, isn't it? They're just cutting back on everything. But like, there might be like a little bit of extra food on the servery as well. I don't know. Like you get like a flapjack or something, yeah, for your afters. You never get flapjack ever, but there'll be a flapjack there, like a Christmas one or whatever, with icing on. Little thing. That is a little touch, yeah. It's a little touchy. When you're in jail, you think, oh mate, yes, yes. When you're in jail, that flapjack means a lot. Christmas Day in jail, yeah. You get a Christmas dinner. Again, don't know on sound shocks and go, oh, what Christmas dinner. It's a roast dinner, yeah. We always get roast dinner. Every Sunday we get roast dinner. I don't know why they call it roast dinner because it's boiled. I've worked in the kitchen, yeah. Everything's boiled. Boiled chicken, everything's boiled, mate, yeah. Boiled to death. I think that's why the chickens stink as shit. But so it'd be a normal everyday Sunday roast, but it would be like they'd say, oh, do you want turkey? And it's the turkey like or the beef or whatever option you choose. But it's like the sandwich pack shit. Like, you know what I mean? The stuff you open up and it'll be like a slice. That's your Christmas dinner. It's nothing special, and you might get spotted dick and custard, yeah, but you get cake and custard every other week in jail anyway. Prison, if people are getting excited over Christmas dinners in prison, they really ain't got nothing on road. With all due respect to them, yeah. Yeah, so that's the food, mate. The food is nothing to write home about. The food is dead. But come Christmas Day, that Soch that year, we did. He come out. He come up to mine. We called a few other boys up. Fucking me and Nick had 600 ml pre-gabs each. Yeah, had a little tea party with the boys. Got the cakes out. Got the coffee out. Probably had tunes on in the background. I'm pretty sure the cell we was in had been done up with Christmas decorations. Someone had genuinely, I don't want to offend anyone here, but tore out the Bible and made it into Christmas decorations and put it all over the cell. But yeah, that one was alright. I mean, even if he was the most oppressive person in the world, if you took the effort to, how could you not have your spirits lifted a little bit just by a couple of boys being around you? You've all put the effort in. You've bought a few bits. You've had a little Christmas party. You know what I mean? Better than sitting there crying just because you ain't been able to sit on the phone. You ain't been able to get on the phone yet and talk to your bird. You know what I mean? A different experience though was I was down the block over Christmas, and yeah, I mean the geezer next door to me set a fire. Like I was down there from. Hold on a minute. Let me just go back to the beginning. I was down there a good week before Christmas. Yeah, good week before Christmas, and I think I've got 14 days. I think I've got 14 days CC. Yeah, like down the block I'm talking about. I got sent down the block for 14 days. I can't remember the exact date that I was. Right, but I'm down the block now. Let me just say, just quickly, again, people might get depressed down the block. I can even remember thinking it. I was gutted. If I was like, oh, phew, man, I don't want to be down about over Christmas. You know what I mean? Gonna miss out on all whatever. It's relaxing, mate. No TV. I didn't have a radio at first. If you behave, you can ask for a radio, and if they got one spare, they'll give it to you till you get out. You know what I mean? So I didn't have that. I didn't have the radio for most of it. No newspapers. You don't know what time it is. Time flies. Time flies when you're down, when you ain't got a TV and stuff. Yeah, it's better. It is better. I know none of us would ever give up our TVs, man, but it's better. Yeah, I was talking about it. Yeah. So like I was down there for. I've got the 14 days. I wasn't down there for 14 days. I'll explain why in a minute. But in the time I was down there, the geezer that was next door to me, he was next door the whole time I was there. I was about to say he kept setting fires. He set one fire. That was horrendous. I was his next door. Obviously the screws, they can't. Well, they didn't know. Probably they didn't know. I doubt they would have let this self get on fire like that. I don't, because the screws down the block were actually right down this block. Scrubs block. They were actually sweet, and yeah, it got well out of hand, this fire, and it was smoke was coming into my cell. I was choking. I couldn't breathe. I got shown no love. You know what I mean? They weren't letting me out, mate. I was just there with a wet towel over my face. Couldn't breathe. This is all over. This is the Christmas week, yeah. You know, when your decorations are out, you're putting your kids' stocking, banging it under the fire, or whatever. I'm getting suffocated by some lunatic, and yeah. Every single morning you got to put your name. This ain't just for Christmas. This is like when you're down the block, full stop. So you got to put your name down for your shower and your exercise when the morning will come round. Ask to see a doctor as well if you want to see a doctor. Otherwise you don't see nothing. So if you want to shower, they say, do you want to shower today? You go, yep. I go, right. Do you want to social? Go, yeah. If you don't do that in the morning, you're getting nothing. You've been behind your door all day, yeah. So you're mad not to at least want a shower and a bit of fresh air. So you got to do that. I said the screws were sweet, yeah, and they was sweet that week anyway. Yeah, they didn't do this all the time, but that week, every single person, including myself, including the fire starter, to be honest with you, and he was a drive man. They were giving us massive dinners every single day, and on Christmas Day we got double. We basically got 2 dinners and then 2 cake and custards, and this is the screws doing it. And it's only prison food, isn't it? But they ain't got to do that. Funny one that the screws did actually. This was on Christmas Eve, yeah. Christmas Eve, I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. You're asleep, innit? You don't know what time it is. In the door. There's like a metal screw in the door like that. You unscrew it, and it's like you can put a hose in it if there's a fire. They probably did in the next door, yeah. That was getting unscrewed at like I don't know what time it was. I was asleep, like I said. I thought I'm tripping out at first. I'm looking, thinking, what is that moving? Say it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch black. Like, I'm like, what? And I see it, and the prison socks like getting stuffed through. It's dropped down. Oh, what? So I've gone up there and I've had a look. Had a couple of chocolate bars in it and a mince pie, and a little note from the screws from the block screws. Like they done it to everyone, every single person down the block, including the fire starter again, and he was annoying. They done that to everyone, so I've even sat on this. I've sat here and put videos up and not shed screws in the best light, but that's one example of them. Well, they didn't have to do that, you know what I mean? They actually come out of their own pocket. It were prison issue chocolates and mince pies, you could tell. So yeah, and in that time, a riot had happened in Birmingham, some jail in Birmingham. I forgot the jail. I'm sure you can Google it. It's in the very recent past. There was a riot in some Birmingham jail. Kicked off. And then they got brought down to Scrubs block, 2 in the morning. Again, I'm asleep. You can't sleep properly down the block. That's one of the things. Everything's loud, man. Everything's loud down there, jangling, and everything's loud in jail anyway. But down the block, it just seems like it's much more louder when everyone's banging about, and then doors are slamming and people getting dragged down there at random times. You can't really sleep, and someone kicks off. But this was like 2 in the morning or whatever. Busload of Brummies got brought down there, battered and bruised because they've been rioting and finally been overpowered. So they're not in the best of moods, and they're giving it. All the block boys are giving it to them. You know what I mean? Brummie, like just like football banter. You know what I mean? Back and forwards, yeah. And yeah, what else happened down that block that time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was on Boxing Day or the day after. Just looking out the window down the block, straight ahead there's whatever wing, and there's just fire getting, people lighting toilet rolls and t-shirts and chucking them out the window, and you can hear the wing is just erupting. It's going mad, mate. It's going off on that wing, yeah. You can just hear bang, 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 smash, smash, fire coming out the window, and I'm watching it. All I can see is the fire coming out the window and the noise, and all I can hear is the noise. Can't see nothing else. That wing went off because apparently they'd all been drinking hooch. The whole wing had been drinking hooch and just gone, we ain't banging up. They had a little mini riot on that wing, and that's how I got out of the block early. The next day, the screw went. I think I had about another week left or something. The screw went to me, do you want to go back early? You got to go back to another wing because the right didn't happen on my wing, it happened on another wing. You got to go back to another wing, but you got to go now. I was like, sweet. I was like, yeah, sweet, lovely. Forget the fact that I said it was all relaxing down the block and all that. As soon as he said you want to leave early, I was like, oh, lovely, yeah, sweet. Yeah, that's two very different experiences down in jails, man. One down the block and one having a little Christmas party on the wing. But again, I didn't get down the block. Like, look, there's plenty of times when everyone gets down, including myself. I'm not saying, oh, look, it's just, I've always thought when you're in jail, why cry about it? You're there. It's like, that's your life while you're there, isn't it? You're there 24 hours a day. It's like being on road and whinging for 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? You're there, just get on with it. Just get on with it. I've probably done something to deserve being there, except twice. And even then I wasn't totally innocent. Well, one time I was. The other time, but it's just unfair. Every other time, I fully deserved it. So, yeah, Christmas in prison. If you don't mind being away from your kids and your loved ones, then yeah, do it. If not, listen, mate. No one wants to be in jail, especially over Christmas. There's a reason people the suicide rates go up and this and that. I'm sorry for me sitting there saying, oh yeah, just get on with it, but listen, I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy, and I certainly wouldn't wish it on his worst enemy at Christmas. So if you enjoyed that, hit the subscribe, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Adios.